Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you all had a fantastic Halloween, whatever you guys got up to. Your fun costumes, eating too much candy, trick-or-treating, you know, throwing eggs at people's houses. Whatever it was you got up to, I hope you guys had a safe and a fun and a really great Halloween period. It's now the 1st of November. Time is going way too quickly. It's kind of scary when you think about it. But we've got so much news to get into here, and there's some really explosive big stuff that we need to talk about in today's video. So this is pretty important stuff here. So I'm not going to go through this article, but I'm just going to read the title here because this has massive implications for the Harry Potter HBO series. So Netflix is actively exploring a bid for Warner Bros. Discovery, new report claims. So Netflix has tapped these kind of financial bank wizards to basically take a look at Warner Brothers. Netflix are very interested in buying Warner Brothers, so if that actually happens and Netflix acquires Warner Brothers and all of their library and their IP of TV shows and movies, then that looks like Harry Potter could end up on Netflix by the time it comes out in 2027. The Harry Potter HBO series will become a Netflix series. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of mind-bending to think about Harry Potter, the series, being on Netflix. That's such a strange concept. Unless Netflix acquire Warner Brothers and keep the HBO streaming service intact, they could possibly do that. So they could possibly have Netflix and HBO still running separately, but I don't think that'll be the case. If Netflix acquires Warner Brothers, they'll merge the two streaming services together, and there'll be like one big Netflix with all the HBO shows on it, probably. So yeah, Harry Potter could end up on Netflix, which is kind of a crazy concept. But anyway, I'll link this article down in the description, guys, if you want to read about what's going on with the potential bid, Netflix trying to buy Warner Brothers. If you want to read the rest of this for yourselves, I'll link it in the description so you can read it at your own leisure. But I just wanted to kind of talk about that because it has big implications for Harry Potter possibly ending up on Netflix, which is, again, pretty crazy when you think about it. Okay, so let's get into this content. So up first, we've got a series of brand new fan-made posters of the HBO series, and they look stunning, these character posters. I don't know if they're AI generated, I actually don't, but to be honest, I don't really care if they are or not. They look stunning, they look great, and I wanted to bring them up and show them to you guys regardless. So we've got Arabella Stanton here as our Hermione Granger, and I love the fact that it says, "It begins." Remember when Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out, and those gigantic posters were kind of put up all over the place? And on the posters for Deathly Hallows Part 2, it said, "It all ends." And it didn't even have the Harry Potter title card on the poster because everybody knew what it was. As soon as you looked at the poster, "It all ends," you knew that it was Harry Potter. You knew what the movie was about. And it says here, "It begins." Again, it doesn't have the Harry Potter title card on the poster because everybody instantly knows by looking at this exactly what it is. And it's taking that same vibe from Deathly Hallows Part 2. And I kind of like whoever designed this. They definitely took inspiration from those Deathly Hallows Part 2 posters. But yeah, Arabella Stanton there in a Hogwarts uniform, carrying her probably potion book there. And I thought this was a really nice poster. Okay, so with that poster down, we have a few more of these character posters to jump into. So we're going to go over to Facebook here. So up next, we have Janet McTeer as Professor McGonagall. And I think, again, this looks fantastic. It begins, and she's holding up her wand there. And she's got her green kind of robe on. It kind of looks velvet. It looks like a velvet material. And she's got her glasses, got her hair back, and she looks fantastic. I think she's going to do a great job in this role, and I'm really excited. One of my favorite professors, I think, in the franchise, Professor McGonagall. I really love her. I think she's great as a character, and I think Janet McTeer is going to come in and do a fantastic job. And this poster is great. Let's go forward. So we have Dominic McLaughlin there. I always mispronounce the second name. I find it hard to pronounce. But yeah, Dominic McLaughlin as our Harry Potter there. And he's holding up his brown envelope. And he's probably got his Hogwarts invitation inside his envelope there. And again, I thought it was a really charming poster. I think it's really, really nice. And then moving forward, we have our final poster here. It begins, and then we have Harry Potter looking up towards the golden snitch. And again, I think the composition of these pictures is really nice. They look really clean, they're really simple. And the fact that it says, "It begins," I think it's just nice, simple. People get it, people know what it is as soon as you look at it. And it just represents the new HBO series. Or potentially Netflix series. If it ends up on Netflix, obviously. But yeah, jump in the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think of those posters. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What do you think of them? Let me know down below in the comment section. Okay, so with that down, let's move back over to X. So, from Wizarding World Direct, Tom Turner has reportedly been cast in the Harry Potter TV series as a narrator. So I see a lot of people talking about this actually on social media. It looks like they've cast a narrator, which is an interesting direction to go. So it looks like they're kind of merging the book with the series. I mean, we know they're doing that already. Like, this series is an adaptation of the books. But to have a narrator in there, you're kind of making it even more book-like, because the narrator's probably going to be reading some of the narration from the book. Like when a scene's playing out, or when some sort of cinematography shot is, you know, playing over a landscape or something, there's going to be this narrator kind of talking you through part of the scene when characters aren't talking. So it's an interesting direction to go on. I've seen a lot of people that say they like this. Some people don't like it. It's a bit of a mixed bag from what I've seen so far. But what do you think about having a narrator in this show? Would it make sense? Would it not make sense? I would love to know what you guys think about that. Okay, let's just read some of the comments here. Narrator? Oh, is that good or bad? I don't need a narrator. I'm watching a show, not reading a book. Will it be like the beginning of the Lord of the Rings movie? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. In my humble opinion, whether it be audiobook or TV series, narrators need to stay the F away from Harry Potter. You're already having the story acted out for you, with pitches very slowly for a decade. Why do you need a narrator as well? If you were having a narrator, it should have been Stephen Fry or no one. He literally did the PS2 video games and the original audiobooks. There's a couple more here. OF, a narrator for a TV show is going to be a brief thing at the beginning of episode 1, or will it be the entire season? If it's the latter, then screw the show. Don't tell, I guess. Yeah, so you can see here, there's a lot of people that are very, very skeptical of the fact of having a narrator for the show. I think it can work, like, at the beginning of each episode, or at the beginning of each season, maybe just at the beginning of each season, you have a small kind of prologue at the beginning of the season, which is kind of setting up a bit of the story. You have a bit of narration at the very beginning of the series, not at the beginning of every episode, that may be a bit too much. But if you had it at the beginning of the season, I think that could work. And obviously, as you go into season 2, season 3, the narrator is going to kind of catch you up on what happened on season 1 and maybe talk a bit about a flashback or a flash forward. So a narrator could be handy, but they have to make sure they implement it correctly. Otherwise, it might feel a bit jarring, a bit out of place. But there's a lot of people that are skeptical. So guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about having a narrator for this show. Okay, so up next, from Wizarding World Direct again, Max Lester, Frankie Treadway, and Arabella Stanton on the red carpet of the Harry Potter The Full Cast Audio Editions launch event. Joined by Reese Mulligan, Nina Barker-Francis, Jackson Knopf, Mark Addy, and Hugh Ross. Okay, so let's check these out. There we go. So we've got the Golden Trio for the Audible editions there. By the way, they have put out some reviews for the audio editions now. So if you're thinking about whether you want to pick up the audio edition of the story, go online, just type in like audio edition reviews, and there's a lot of reviews out and about now, so you can kind of come to your own decision whether you want to purchase it or not. Just letting you guys know about that. But yeah, so we have the Golden Trio for the Audible edition, if I can say my words right, Audible edition. You can see them there. And we have our Hermione Granger, obviously Arabella Stanton. She's going to be in the Audible editions as Hermione Granger, but she's also going to be in the TV show as Hermione Granger. I believe she's the only actor who's passing from the Audible editions over into the TV series. I don't think there's any other actors that are doing both, apart from Arabella Stanton. So yeah, but I mean, there she is. Looks pretty sweet. She looks really small compared to those other guys. Bless her. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. That's her first premiere there. I mean, she's going to have a lot of those coming up over the next 10 years. As we go into full swing with the Harry Potter series. But and there's a few other people there from the Audible editions, and there's another nice picture there as well. And yeah, pretty cool, pretty sweet picture. Still nice to see new images of our Hermione Granger there, enjoying herself. And yeah, a couple of other pictures here as well from the Audible editions kind of premiere there. And I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so up next, we're going to be jumping into the brand new Harry Potter Lego sets. So let's check out the details, the pricing, and these images here. First, look at the new Lego Harry Potter Cauldrons Secret Potions Classroom, $59.99. It's always funny, isn't it, when they sell these kind of premium items? It's always like $29.99 or $39.99 or $59.99. There's some sort of like psychological play on numbers that these marketing companies do to get people to buy products. Apparently, having it as $59.99 rather than $60 flat. It's more likely to get people to buy this item. I don't know what it is, but it's some psychological marketing tactic they use. There's whole documentaries and like articles you can read about, you know, all the kind of manipulation that goes into marketing products. But that's a whole other story. Anyway, let's get back to this. I'll go off on a tangent here. But yeah, $59.99. It has 652 pieces. So it's going to take you a fair amount of time to construct this. Available from the 1st of January. I love it so much. So you can grab this from the 1st of January if you're interested. Let's check out the images here. Okay, so we have a cauldron. I have to be honest, as just a cauldron like that, it doesn't look that exciting as a Lego set. It's just a big black cauldron. It looks kind of plain. It doesn't look that exciting as a cauldron. And we have what looks to be Snape and Hermione. And there's a desk with a cauldron and there's some bubbles coming out of it. Yeah, but just as a closed cauldron, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. It doesn't get me that excited. I have to be completely honest. But when we go to the next image and it shows the cauldron being in an open format, and we have the potions classroom here, and then we have Hermione, it looks like Snape. Again, I think that's Snape. We have 2 desks with the cauldrons, and then we have bits of the classroom inside the cauldron here. It looks a lot more interesting all of a sudden. Up here we have Hermione, and it looks like a Patronus charm that she's doing. We have Snape inside the classroom with bubbles coming out of the cauldron. And then we have this other image which is showing the action of opening and closing the cauldron. But yeah, when you've got it open like that, it looks pretty interesting and it looks very cool. But when you've got it closed like that, it's just like a big black cauldron. Doesn't look that interesting. So it's a bit hit and miss for me. But I think having it open like that, I think would look pretty cool if you add it to your collection. So, moving on to this Lego set next, and what I think is probably the best one we're going to be taking a look at today. The new Lego Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition is beautiful. Comes with 1,571 pieces. That's a lot of Lego to construct. For someone who's not used to putting together Lego builds, this would take me forever to make, and I'd be petrified that I'd end up losing part of the Lego set. Like, I'd lose some of the pieces, and then when I put the whole thing together, there'd be like two Lego bricks that are missing, and it would look weird. You know, like when you build a puzzle and you find out that one of the middle parts of the puzzle is missing and there's just a gap. It's kind of soul destroying in a way. But anyway, that's enough of me talking. So $170, so it's getting up there in the price range as well, but it could be worth it because you get a whole lot of Lego for that price. So we've got a beautiful snowy owl sat on a couple of books, sat on top of a suitcase there. We've got the Philosopher's Stone. We've got this candle lit in the background. We've got Harry, Hermione, and Ron on that chess game, that chessboard in the Philosopher's Stone scene. We've got a big chess piece there, kind of a knight with his sword, which is really cool. We've got a couple of coins there as well. And it's just a spectacular piece of Lego. I mean, I'm not big into Lego. I haven't started collecting Lego myself because it's a pretty expensive hobby to get into, especially with these big premium Lego sets. But I mean, you get a lot for your money, like I say, $170. And once you've put it together, painstakingly put it together, it would look pretty spectacular. What I would do, if this was my Lego set, I'd build it, then I'd print myself off like a Hogwarts image, on an A2 piece of paper. So I've got like a backdrop, and then I would put the Lego set and then have the backdrop, so it would be like a big kind of set piece. But if you had a big Hogwarts kind of image behind it, I think it would look really, really nice. And there it is as well from a different angle. Again, Ron, Hermione, and Harry there on the chessboard. Got the suitcase, and then we've got the Philosopher's Stone and the snowy owl, and yeah, I think it looks spectacular. I think it looks really, really nice, and it's probably worth the $170 if you're into Lego. But guys, jump in the comment section and let me know what you think about this. I think it looks incredible, but $170, bit pricey for me. But maybe guys, if you got some spare money, you'll be able to pick this up. There's no release date here, but if I do find out the release date, I'll post it in the comment section for you guys, so you'll know when it's available. But anyway, with that down, let's move on to our next Lego set. Moving on to another Lego set here. First look at 2 new Harry Potter Lego sets, Luna's House, Hagrid and Harry's Privet Drive Escape. I'll definitely be getting a Luna's House. Okay, let's check this out. So yeah, I mean, that's really charming. I like that, Luna's house there, which is cool. And then it looks like we have Harry and Luna down there at the bottom. Or is that... Wait, I'm getting these characters mixed up here. Is that Harry and Hermione, and then we've got Luna and her dad there. Yeah, I think that may be the case. Yeah, again, really cool Lego set. It's really cool. It's not one I would necessarily pick up. It's a bit too grey. It's a bit too monotone for me. I would go with the previous one with the owl and the owl on the books. I think that's a bit more exciting for me. But I could understand why people would want to pick this up if people love the Luna character, obviously. But there, well, when we see the inside, it looks a bit more exciting. But from the outside there, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. It's okay. It's okay. It's not one that I would pick up, I have to be honest. But maybe you guys will enjoy it. You might have a different opinion to me. Then we have there Hagrid and Harry's Privet Drive Escape. And we can see them there kind of in the motorcycle escaping there from the Death Eaters. And we've got some of the Privet Drive there. We've got like a lamppost, a chain with some posts and some plants there. You need the kind of house to go with it to complete the set. I feel like without the house, it's kind of missing something. And we can see there, it looks like the plants rotate. And it looks like there's a bit of a flame coming out the back of the motorcycle. I mean, it's one of those cheap and cheerful sets that you don't have to spend, you know, hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds on. You can probably pick this up for like £20, £30. So if you're looking at the cheaper end of the Lego spectrum, then this is perfect for someone who doesn't want to spend, you know, who doesn't want to break the bank. So it's a little bit simplistic in the fact that you only get the motorcycle and a bit of this sort of lamppost here and the Death Eaters. But, you know, it's cheap and cheerful, like I say, if you don't want to spend a lot of money. It looks so good from the outside, but it's so incredibly awful on the inside. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite way around. I think it looks better on the inside, and it looks monotone and a bit grey on the outside. There's not enough colour on it, Luna's house. I wish brooms could be held like they do in the movies. Imagine they flew like the minifigs do. Why is Ron not included in the Lovegood house set? He was there in the book and film. They're probably just trying to keep the cost down, to be honest. They probably didn't include him because if they included him, it probably would have put the price up and they probably wouldn't have been able to hit their price point. That could possibly be the reason. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just guessing. Okay, so with those down, okay, that's doubled up posts. We don't need that. Moving on to this, our young golden trio from the audio books. Okay, so we have another great picture there, again, of the golden trio from the audiobooks. Arabella Stanton as our Hermione Granger. That's the most important point of the picture, really. I'm not really too bothered about the other guys. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're playing Harry Potter and Ron Weasley in the Audible edition. But, I mean, just seeing our Hermione Granger there is, again, pretty cool. And finally, okay, we've doubled up the post again. For some reason, when I'm clicking on post, it's opening up two posts at the same time. I don't know why it's doing that. Just my mouse being weird. But anyway, we're going to end on that. So, brand new picture there of Arabella Stanton as Hermione, kind of posing for a picture for the Audible editions. So, there was a lot of content we got to in this video. But we're going to end where we started. With Netflix potentially acquiring Warner Brothers. And the Harry Potter show potentially ending up on Netflix. Big news for the franchise. It really, really is. But guys, let me know what you think about this. What do you think about Harry Potter ending up on Netflix if Netflix acquires Warner Brothers? And if there's any other news or information here that stands out to you that you want to make a comment on, jump down below, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions as always, guys. And thank you so much for being here, as always. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so far. Goes a long way to supporting the content here and everything I do, guys, so I'd really appreciate that. And most importantly, hit that notification button so you can stay up to date when new HBO Harry Potter show leaks land online. I'll be putting them on the channel as quickly as I can. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll be up to date with everything going on with the Harry Potter leaks as soon as they land online. You don't want to miss any of that great stuff. And with all that down, I will see you in the next video.